What if I told you that you generate 1.5 tons of waste per year, all by yourself, and that 75% of that waste could be recycled when only about 30% of it actually is? This alone is a great example of why recycling needs to be a part of your home and every home. I grew up in a home that did not recycle, and as I got older, I realized how uneducated I was on the topic. To some, this may be common sense, but I was unsure of what things were recyclable versus what was not. Through research, personal experience, and a little help from friends, I discovered how much of an impact sorting your trash can make. Because of this, I have developed a passion and firmly believe that it is something everyone should have knowledge of and that it should be used in your home. It is never too late to start. During this speech, I will bring to your attention the effects that not recycling is having on our planet. I will educate you on what to recycle and provide an easy way for you to get started. To start, the problem is that not enough of the waste produced on the earth is being reused or recycled. On average, Americans produce over 200 million tons of garbage per year. To put this into perspective, this is enough trash to fill a large stadium from top to bottom twice a day. Composting is a form of recycling that is often forgot about. This pertains specifically to food waste and accumulates up to 21.5 million tons of garbage per year on top of the already existing 200 million. According to DoSomething.org, if all that food waste was composted, it would reduce enough greenhouse gas to equal taking 2 million cars off the road. Not only does recycling better the health of our planet and ultimately ourselves, but it is also a huge source of money. This is something that many people do not realize, but here's a great example. The Container Recycling Institute estimated that in 2014, 36 billion aluminum cans were thrown into a landfill when they had a value of over $600 million. Reusing recycled materials can and will save our country money. Second of all, this is a problem because people are either not knowledgeable enough on the concept of recycling or they are not passionate about this issue. According to Environmental Leader, 33% of adults do not recycle aluminum or metal cans, 41% do not recycle paper, 43% don't recycle plastic, and over half of adults in the US don't recycle glass. Within these percentages, a variety of reasons exist, but among the most common are recycling takes too much effort, I don't believe it makes a difference, I'm too busy, or it's too difficult. I'm here to tell you that it only takes a few minutes to learn what can and cannot be recycled, and once you have that figured out, it takes no longer to recycle something than it does to throw it away. Keep America Beautiful found that in 2015, over 87% of Americans have access to curbside or drop-off recycling programs. If you are unsure of how to access recycling services, Waste Management's website offers plenty of answers and solutions to your questions. Here is the link to their website if you need help getting started. Knowing how to access services available to you is very important, but you simply can't recycle if you don't know what is recyclable. This may vary slightly depending on the state in which you live, but to get you started, here is a list of the top 10 most commonly recyclable items in the US according to Keep America Beautiful. Cardboard, paper, food boxes, mail, beverage cans, food cans, glass bottles, jars, jugs, and plastic caps and bottles. Now, I will show you some examples of common items that can be recycled and what can be thrown away. So things such as empty soda cans, empty egg cartons, milk jugs, your beer bottles, water bottles, and junk mail, those can all be recycled. They're often thrown away. Things such as your Del Taco hot sauce packet, a used phone charger, moldy cheese, old tennis shoes, these are things that cannot be recycled and need to be thrown away. As far as composting, if you wish to take this a step further, here is another link to a credible website that will provide you with a list of what can and cannot be composted, as well as a breakdown of what it contains and how it can be helpful to the environment. Now that you know what kind of impact you could be making by recycling, when items can be recycled, and how to find resources or information about how to get started, let's take a look at putting this information into action. Purchasing a separate waste basket specifically for recycling and contacting your local trash collection service to set up recycling pickup if you do not have it already is a very simple solution to this problem. You don't need anything fancy or specific for your recycling bin. You can purchase a plain waste basket like this one here at your local dollar store, Walmart, etc. Just make sure it is distinctly different from your trash can in some way so that you can tell the difference. This is the same if you are choosing to compost as well. In many places, recycling pickup is being automatically implemented into trash services, but if this is not something that is already offered to you, it is very quick and easy to look up your local waste management and get this started for yourself. As I brought up earlier, many people choose to not recycle because they don't believe it makes a difference. But if you alone are producing 1.5 tons of garbage per year, and you recycle as much of that as you can, which is estimated to be about 75%, then that will make a huge difference from an environmental standpoint as well as an economic one. DoSomething.org offers a wide variety of different ideas and approaches on how to get involved with recycling in a bigger way. If you find that this is something you want to explore or something that you feel passionately for, take a look at their website and explore the things you can do to make a difference. In conclusion, there is too much trash, much of which could be reused, being thrown into landfills and forgotten about. This would not be as much of an issue if everyone learned how to recycle and got involved. The simplest way to do so is to have 2 separate containers, one for non-recyclables and one for recyclables. Even a third for compost if you're feeling ambitious. The gruesome effects of a surplus of waste production will be greatly reduced if more people begin to recycle. Therefore, recycling should be a part of every single home. In this speech, I have given you all the tools you need to begin your journey to a greener planet. All you have to do is take the final step of finding a second waste container. Don't let your waste go to waste, and I challenge you to help others do the same. And if you ever wonder, well, what's in it for me? Just remember the words of Dennis Hayes. Listen up, you couch potatoes. Each recycled beer can saves enough electricity to run a television for 3 hours.